All right, challengers, welcome to day 4 of the body weight challenge. You have 2 options today. We're gonna post a yoga video for those of you that your bodies are really beat up. You go ahead and hit that yoga recovery day. You can always hit this workout this weekend if you want to add it in before Monday starts back up. And for those of you that are ready to rock it and you feel okay to keep going, you can hit this workout, of course. We already shot this at our house, my wife Kelly and I, and there was a lot of variables going on and I didn't feel like it was appropriate to present to you guys. Our son was screaming at us through the window, the neighbors pulled up, there was many other things that we won't talk about. But anyway, I wanted to discuss water. Kelly posted on the Facebook group today about water, and I wanted to just give you the basics. So it might sound really kind of simple, but if you don't have something to drink water out of, you're not gonna drink water, okay? So the first step is to invest in yourself and buy something that looks nice that you can carry around with you throughout your day to work, a little classier than just like a dirty, plastic container. And make that initial investment, and then depending on your style it according to yourself. I carry this everywhere I go with me, whether I'm sitting on a board meeting with a millionaire, which I guess sometimes that happens, but meaning I can take this anywhere and I should take it everywhere with me, because drinking water becomes a part of your lifestyle, once you start. In the beginning, it's a little weird, and then as you start getting reps in, as you start doing it consistently and consecutively through the week, each day, it just becomes a part of your life. Kelly and I don't get in our car without filling up at least one of our water containers. Then, you wanna look at how much water we recommend. I'm saying rough estimates of 62 ounces to high-end 80 ounces. You don't wanna be drinking it and going to the bathroom all day, so that's not necessary, or it's usually not that realistic for people's lives, so keep that in mind. But my goal with this, and I forget how much this is, I'm just gonna go off kind of like view. 3 of these in a day would be a really good day. 2 is acceptable, 1 is pretty much failure, right? If I drink less than 1, I mean, that's really bad. So I kind of just use that as I go. And again, coffee, first thing in the morning, is gonna prevent you from drinking and hydrating yourself. It's not that coffee's bad for you, it's just that you're not gonna wanna drink water while you're drinking coffee. So start your day as soon as you get up with some water. You can add some lemon, you can cut a lemon up, put them in a little Ziploc bag and just throw that in there to give it a little zest, a little bit of vitamin C. But yeah, I drink it warm most of the time, but again, drink your water. All right, now let's get into it. Some of you are probably pretty sore, so we're gonna start today's workout with some mobility. Again, mobility is just flexibility and stretching, and we're gonna do this for the squat, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is go down to the floor. You're gonna be in your push-up stance. You're gonna step your right foot outside of your right hand, and take your time to get in a good position. Now, if you can only get your foot back here, that's not ideal, but put your knee down to do this stretch if you can't get your foot all the way up to your hand. If you can't get it all the way up, put it here. If you can, get it outside of your right hand. Your back leg is straight and locked out. You can also have your knee down if you like. Put your right hand on top of your foot, put your right elbow inside of your shin, and now I'm gonna use that elbow to push that knee to the right. I'm gonna drop my hips slightly and I'm gonna lift my chest. Now, this is pretty extreme, and I want you to just breathe and stay in this stretch with me. Again, put your knee down if you have to. So hips are down, chest is high. Ease out of it a little, go back into it. My foot is flat and I can stare at it. It's open to the right and my knee is open. And that's what we're looking for here. If you wanna go forward and back, you can do that. But remember, try to keep those hips down, chest high. All right, take a breather. Next one we're gonna do, you're gonna take your right hand, put it on the inside of that right knee. I'm gonna push it to the right. I'm gonna twist my body opposite to the left. And you're gonna feel a big trunk twist in your lower back. So, push it to the right, twist to the left. Hold that for a little bit. Remember, your chest is kind of high, hips are low. We're working on squat mobility today and hip mobility. Okay, next step. This one's it's called the Tfl Stretch. You're gonna feel it right back here, and it's gonna be pretty extreme. If this is so extreme, you're like, holy crap, that's just a wake-up call that we really need to be working on. You're unlocking your sitting. Most of this tightness comes from sitting all the time. All right, so that's what we're gonna try to work on. Many of you are doing Zoom calls all day, blah, blah, blah. So, right leg is gonna go 90 degrees if you're flexible. If not, drop that angle down a bit. So, my hands go into the push-up stance. I kind of prop myself up as I push that leg to 90 degrees, or you can take that angle down. Okay, so either one is fine. Now, from here, I'm gonna, with the right leg is bent, I'm gonna start twisting my body to the right, and you're gonna feel a really sharpness going on right at the bottom of your glutes in the back right corner of your butt. And then release it, and then twist to the right, and then release it, twist to the right, release it, one more time, twisting to the right. I know it's extreme, hang in there. You guys are doing good. Make sure you're breathing, and then release it. And then we're gonna step back. In fact, why don't you stand up, shake that right leg out, and we're gonna go through that same stretch on the left side, okay? Again, I'm making you do this because you wouldn't do it on your own, and most of us don't even know how to do this. I didn't. I learned it. Everything I teach you, I learned from someone smarter than me, so just keep that in mind. I sound smart sometimes. All right, take your left foot outside your left hand, put that left hand on top of that foot, and use your elbow to push that knee to the left, drop your hips down, lift your chest. This will be extreme probably the first 4 to 5 times you do it, but I promise you it's essential for your hip health, improving your hip flexibility, mobility, unlocking all the damage you're doing while you're sitting all day. They say sitting is the new smoking, and I'm not one for like any of that like craziness, but I can assure you what I've learned over my years in the fitness business and with my own injuries, sitting is poison, and it's jacking your body up. You're built to move, not sit. Okay, you guys are doing good. Now, take a rest, put that right knee down. You're gonna take your left hand, put it inside that knee. We're gonna twist to the right as we push to the left. Here we go. Pushing the knee to the left, twisting to the right. Good work, guys, good work. Hang in there. We know this hurts. We've been through it before. Try to keep your foot flat and rest. All right, good work. This is the advanced stuff, guys. This is the stuff, big secrets. All right, next up, we're gonna go into the TFL stretch on that left side. So again, I'm bringing my left leg across in 90 degrees and maybe even dropping that angle if necessary, if that 90 is too intense. This is a yoga stretch, so those of you who have done yoga, I like to call it meathead yoga. That's what I'm rolling with right now. All right, so get that leg bent, and then we're gonna twist to the left. And then relax, twist to the left, and relax. And if you're cussing me out right now, I can handle that. So suck it up, buttercup. Twist to the left. Good. Last set, twisting to the left. Good work. All right, stand up, shake it out. That is a good squat mobility piece. The next thing we're gonna do, and we've put this in your descriptor, is you're gonna need to find a wall, okay? I want you to find a wall or something you can hold on to. It can be a couch, it can be anything. And we're gonna do our next squat stretch. So shake it out a little bit. This next movement, I'm gonna sit into a squat position as if my torso is vertical. Over the course of this program, I'm gonna be teaching you some high-level stuff. I'm gonna teach you the difference between squats. Most people only think there's one way to squat, and it's incorrect. So what we're gonna do, and what that comes down to, is the shape of your torso, the alignment. A vertical torso squat means my chest is gonna stay high. So I want your feet shoulder width, get that area where you can hold on to something. Angles of your feet are gonna be slightly 45, knees out, walk it down. I want your feet flat. My chest is up. Okay, this is crap. This is a good squat position. Don't just release it. You're in an active stretch here. So I want you to drive those knees out. If you can't go down that far, just bring it on up a little bit. Take a breather, sit back into it, all right? Knees are open, chest is high. You'll notice my back is pretty straight, and I'm kind of pulling my shoulders back even though I'm holding on to this. Now, another thing I like to do is I'll just go forward and back with my knees, but notice they never come in. I'm pushing them out, but I'm keeping my feet flat. It's kind of like feeling out your knee capsule for the day. All right, good work, guys. All right, so that's our first component of the squat mobility. We're gonna go into a general warm-up now, and then I'm gonna bring you back to the squat and have you guys actually perform some squats, okay? So, as always, we're gonna start looking up to the heavens. Eyes up. If you don't believe in heaven, then look up to the sky. And now you're gonna bring your head down, Stretch your neck, let it release and relax to that tips of your fingers. Back up to the right. And then we're gonna go into our arm hugs. I honestly like doing this version a lot better. It's more fun for me to actually coach you while I work out because I'm in my groove. When I'm doing it with other people, especially today, I was a little cranky. So there's some stuff we had to censor out. All right, big hugs. Good work, guys. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Pulling that right arm down, forearm stretch. Antonio, this is all the same stuff. Yes, fundamentals, drilling positions, getting better at the basics. That is how you improve, okay? Again, not the super sexy always. It's about drilling the fundamentals, crushing the basics, and then you'll start to see what happens because of that. At the same time, we change up a lot of the workouts. That way your body has to keep guessing. It can't just figure it out and go flat and plateau. Pulling that wrist down. You can go into mid-hand there, stretching out that forearm. All right, good work, guys. I want you to foot through the foot rolls, shake it out. Wake up that ankle, wake up your foot. Left side. Okay, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, we're gonna go into our lunge stretch. Again, super functional. Lunging, squatting, pushing, pulling. That's the gist of everything, guys. All right, so we're gonna step out. Again, if you need balance, use a PVC pipe, a broomstick, child, husband, spouse, whoever is around. Step out. Your back foot should be flat and turned inward. Your front foot is open, your knee is open. We're gonna go side, side, reach back, just because it looks cool. Step back, right foot, knee open, foot flat, side, side, reach back. For those of you that are giving us feedback, you're ready for the hammer is coming. Just be patient. We can't crush you on the first week. We have to drill these fundamentals. We have to get you in the groove. It's not responsible. Reach back. At any time, the hammer can be dropped though. Knee open, foot open, side, side, reach back. We kind of have a reputation of going hard, we do, but we're also trying to be very responsible. There's a time and a place, and right now the first week is not just a time yet. Foot is open, knee is open, side, side, reach back. Good work, guys. All right, we're gonna lay flat on our stomachs. For those of you with back pain, chronic back pain, this is my favorite body weight warm-up to do for that. You need to get blood flow in that lower back. This is essential for an athlete. All right, you are all athletes. You're built to move. Thumbs up. You're in the Superman. Your toes are pointed away from you. Neck is relaxed and looking down, and we're just gonna go up and down. Chest high, glutes and quads. You're getting the feeling in the lower back, I'm sure, and we're kind of pumping it up, pumping blood into it. Getting it active, getting it ready for what it's about to do, and also pumping that blood in there to heal the damage we've done of the day. All right, now we're gonna go over a scorpion. Scorpion is to mimic a scorpion's tail. So arms in a T. You're gonna bring your left leg high into the sky. I want you to roll over onto your side and point your toe towards your hand and hold it. My knee is bent. Roll all the way over if you can't get your foot up there. And then come back to the center. So again, your arms are in a T, up high, bend at the knee, roll over to your side. The closer you can get your toes to your hand, the better. We're still teaching you all this stuff, guys, so that's why we're going slow. And once we get you trained warriors, you'll fly through this stuff. But doing it slow is good too, like it feels good for me. I did a workout earlier that was pretty intense, and this feels good. So someone of you were asking about cool downs afterwards. A great way to cool down is to go right through what we're doing right now. Just go through your warm-up process again, and that'll work out the tiny, tight kinks before you go jump back in your car and head back home in the case that you're working out, away from home. All right, so we hit scorpions, the new movement, I don't think I've shown you them yet. We hit those Supermans, got some flow in our back. We did some good hip mobility, and it was probably painful, but that will improve over time, I promise you. So now what we want to do is just hit some shoulders. It's essentially when it comes to athletes that I'm caring for, I'm looking at their shoulders, I'm looking at their hips, I'm looking at their knees, and I'm looking at their back. Every once in a while you have some ankle stuff, some weird wrist stuff, but that's the gist of it, guys. Ball and socket, knee capsules, ankles every once in a while. And feet, the way your feet are designed is actually, it goes into that. But anyway, we won't go too deep into that. Let's get your thumbs back. Thumbs back, I want you to squeeze those shoulders back. We're gonna do 20 reps here. Revving out, squeezing the shoulder blades in the back like you're squeezing a pencil between them. kind of really warming up the shoulders. Good work, guys, good work. Ideally, my athletes, if we were doing an at-home program, we would all have a rehab band. But of course, we're doing this body weight for this first round, so that'll be something for the future. But I can really show you many ways to kind of take care of your body with just a rehab band. Similar to what a PT is going to show you if you go to him. All right. I'm not saying I'm a physical therapist, I'm just saying I probably could have been. So what we're going to do is go shoulder up to the ceiling, relax it, good. Feel it out for the day. If you're feeling some weird sharpness when in any of this rotation, that there is probably impingement. That's what I got on my right shoulder. Generally speaking, that's going to require a trip to a sports physical therapist. The reason I like sports physical therapists is because they are used to athletes, and you are athletes. Especially, you know, you're working out, their goal, and we have a really good one, is his goal is to get you back in the gym. So he is going to train you and treat you like an athlete, not train you. He's going to treat you like an athlete, not a 90-year-old, you know, someone who's on their way to you know, not moving much, because that's sometimes how doctors can be. No offense if there's any doctors on here. I just mean go see a sports PT. All right, big shrug up. Look, you knew there was going to be some polarizing stuff. All right, pretty good for our warm up for day 4. I'm going to run off camera here and grab that, turn that music back on because I need some grooves today. All right, so good little warm up, nothing too crazy. We are going to go into, I know some of you might have really sore legs. So what? No, I'm just kidding. Actually working it out, getting used to this muscular endurance, you're going to start every day, just get right back in, and you're going to start to see improvement, okay? So today we're going to talk about squats, like I said yesterday, and push-ups, all right? First thing, squats. Your feet are shoulder width. I want your ankle slightly open. Look down at your foot. Draw a line between that splits your feet in half. Goes right in the middle of your foot, okay? I want you to visualize an imaginary line going from the base of your leg through the middle of your foot. That is the angle I want your knees to be at when you sit back. Many people squat by pushing knees forward and they say squats hurt my knees. They do when you do them improperly. Now, if that's the case, that doesn't mean I'm yelling at you or correcting you. I'm saying you weren't taught properly for the most part, and maybe your movement can be cleaned up a little bit. Now, while they're hurting and aggravating, you're still going to hurt and aggravate when you do them correct until we develop the muscles that are really going to be loaded to improve and take away pain onto those knees. So, feet shoulder width, open the angles. We're going to sit our butt back, open our knees out, and drive out of it. In fact, we're not going to go as deep. Let's just start it small. So just a mini squat, knees open, squeeze through our glutes. Mini squat, squeeze through our glutes. A little deeper, squeeze through our glutes. Squeezing through our glutes, I want you to press through your heels as you come up and squeeze your glutes. On the way down, I want you to hold your breath, push your knees out, and then squeeze through your glutes. You'll see I readjust. If it feels too tight, I'll adjust. Now, from the side, I want you to look at it. My knees are continuously opening. My butt is continuously going back. Your hands can go out if you want. If you want to use them to propel you, you can hold them in the front. Prisoner squats are really cool. It's totally up to you. That's a little more challenging. I wouldn't recommend that. Key here is we want our feet flat. So if you can't keep your feet flat, I want you to have something to hold on to, a bed rail or whatever when you're working on your squats, so that you can balance yourself and keep those feet flat as you go down. It's the first correction we make when we see an athlete come in. If their heel's raising, no bueno, you're not squatting that way. You have to fix the mobility issues before you're going to put heavy weight on your back, okay? All right, so again, keys to remember, hold your breath, sit into the squat, and squeeze through, all right? Now, some keys to remember with our head. We don't want you to be like this. See how my head's up and my neck is all jacked up and cracked? A little secret ninja skill. Keep your chin down so at the bottom, your gaze is 45 degrees in front of you, and at the top it can come up. What I do, I just kind of keep it down the whole time. Now, not chin to chest, just slightly down. All right? Antonio, get to the workout. Don't you worry about that. It's coming. All right, so now, that is the squat. Remember, neutral aligned chin, that's the hardest correction. It takes the longest amount of time to fix. And it's muscle memory to crank our heads up. In fact, most of us were taught to squat keeping our heads up. Your chin should stay down, your spine should be neutral as we drive through. And then full extension at the top means, boom, you squeeze those glutes together, all right? Now, which means you're not like this. Yes, reps. And then I won, bro. And you're like, no, you didn't win because you didn't even do one rep correctly. No names are going to be mentioned. All right, we're going into push-ups. Today we're going to show you the snake push-up because it can be done by all levels. It's challenging for me still, And so even if you've been working out for a while, it's going to challenge you. And for those of you who are new, it's going to teach you how to build a stronger push-up. So we're going to do hands shoulder width. We're going to set this up with the basics. Hands are shoulder width. Your middle finger is 12 o'clock, meaning it's straight forward. That means don't open your hands or anything. So hands are shoulder width, middle finger is 12 o'clock, feet, 1 foot back, other foot back, squeeze your heels. Now, when you go down, I want you to just kind of let yourself, just break your fall in a sense. Push your elbows back, squeeze your shoulders together. Do not flare your elbows out at all when you do this. I want shoulders back, elbows back, and I don't care if you're weak, you haven't been doing them this way, I want you to build it up the correct way, just like this. So, squeeze your shoulders back. Now you're gonna push your upper body up, squeeze your butt, and lift your butt. That's a snake push-up. So again, I go down, I squeeze my shoulders, I push my chest up, I squeeze my butt, and I bring it up. Is that the way I would teach you how to do a real push-up? No. But it's going to work across all domains for all skill levels, and it also, for those of you who have the strength, get those glutes up faster. You'll notice that big snake kind of comes out of it. So if I'm going all the way down, I'm going to squeeze my glutes, and you notice the snake is gone. But all of us are working together because we're hitting it all the way to the ground. Release your hands slightly at the bottom, and then press through. When you release, don't move your hands like all over the place because now you've lost your correct push-up position. So keep those just a tiny release and then squeeze the shoulders and press up. I want those elbows 45 degrees. Do this with your hand. Put your hand underneath you. Make a little 45-degree angle thing, just like that. That's where your elbow's at. Thumbs under the chesticles, all right? I don't want to say nipples, just under the chest. People start giggling and stuff. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do that for Tabata. So you're going to do Tabata squats, you're going to do Tabata push-ups, okay? I want you to do these smooth, slow, and controlled. If this is new for you, just do it very slow. Just take one at a time. One at a time is a victory. Let me grab my timer. All right, so we're going to do squats. We're going to do push-ups, okay? Again, go at your own pace. If you are a superstar, take off, fly away. For those of you who are new, just take your time. Feet shoulder width, angles out. I want feet flat. Don't go deep if you can't go, stay flat. Here we go. Knees open, good. Drive through the glutes. Notice my chin is staying down. Halfway, guys. For those of you watching on your phones, I'll make sure I stay on top of the count. We're at 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, push-ups are next, down to the floor. Remember, breathe, recover, use the rest to get your heart rate down. 3, 2, 1, push up, hand release at the bottom. Remember, feet together, squeeze your heels. You want good abs? You can get good abs just by holding a good gymnastic position in your push-up. Notice how I'm not going super fast, I'm doing them smooth. 3, 2, 1, and up. All right, you are gonna burn out on those, so take them slow. Excuse me. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and we're doing squats. Push those knees open, abs tight. Remember, if you can't, keep your feet flat. Just go down, keep the knees open, and drive out. Breathe. Hold your breath before you go down. Blow it out at the top. Knees open. 3, 2, 1, rest. If any coach ever tells you to try different, what did you just say? If any coach ever tries to tell you differently, you let them know where you learned it. 3 seconds. 2, 1, press up, release, squeeze the glutes. If you need a snake, use that snake. But try to keep your glutes tight and it won't go to your lower back. Let's go, guys, stay together. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Squats are next. Whoo, 3 seconds. 2, 1, here we go. Sit into those squats, pushing that butt back. Knees are open. Good work, guys, hang in there. Backs are straight. Sit your butt back. If you're feeling knee pain, sit that butt back further. Look at your knee. Talk to it. Stop hurting. I felt a little knee action. 2, 1, rest. So sit back on your glutes and you'll be surprised how pains will start to go away. 3, 2, 1. Hand release. Hang in there. Remember, take rounds off if you need to. Pause the video. Do whatever you got to do. If you're a beginner, I would just take rounds off. I wouldn't worry about pausing. Because that way you'll stay with the flow and each week you'll progress. 3, 2, 1, rest. Super simple. 2 movements, repeated. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Remember, peripherals, look, check your feet out. What are my angles? How are my knees? Sit your butt back. We're using our glutes and our hamstrings as prime movers. You'll notice my chest dips a little, but I don't round my lower back. I'm not fully broken. 3, 2, 1. That's a different type of squat than most people are taught. They're taught to keep their chest up big time. That's not necessarily true. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's go, guys. Finish together. Squeeze those shoulders back. Let's go. Halfway. Doing good. Keep those glutes tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right. Full Tabata finished. Shake it out. Now, we're gonna give you a little bit of a break. No, not now. Drink water. Live. Don't drink water. Die. That was something we used to teach our recruits. We had a little cadence. Drink water and they would yell out live. Don't drink water, they'd yell out die. All right, guys. So, Tabata, great tool that you can use anywhere. You're on vacation. I don't want to work out on vacation, Antonio. Suck it up. Get in some quick Tabatas, go for a walk on the boardwalk, and then go do all that crazy stuff you do. You know, milkshakes, ice cream, and all that stuff. Then you got to take your shirt off the next day. Pay for your sins. All right, so we are going to go into some core to give you a little bit of break. This is actually pretty challenging, but it's a little technical, so I wanted to cover it today. There's versions of this. This is something we learned from an Olympic gymnast, and it's pretty challenging, but there are scaled down versions. Something we drill a lot in the gym and something you're going to see in different ways over the course of this time. So let's lay on the ground. I want your feet together. Squeeze your heels. You'll notice the same cues. Toes are pointed away. Good. Now bring your knees in together. Point your toes away. Put your hands on your knees. I'm just getting you into the progressive state. So arms behind your head now. All right. If you can't do arms behind your head, try not to hold on to your knees. That's a scaled version. Now take your right leg. Remember, your arms aren't up. Take your right leg and point it away from you. Toe pointed. Arms outstretched behind you. Now take your left, bring your right in, point the toe. Now put both together, squeeze your heels, and make a little banana with your body. Pointing your toes, you'll feel some interesting stuff going on there. That movement is called the hollow body position. All right, we're gonna do 4 movements. So, depending on your skill level, depends on which option you do. Option 1, just lift your knees. You can put your arms here. A more advanced version of that would be arms back. The next version would be single leg. The next version, of course, you alternate. And then the most advanced is this. Shoulders up, toes pointed. We're gonna do these in 10-second intervals, so you see what you can hold on to. The key here is you should not feel this in your lower back. If your lower back is like arched, it's gonna go to your lower back. So if you try to do this and you're like, you're not there yet. We gotta build up the front. No worries, you'll see me shaking and everything like that. The next thing we're gonna do, next movement is called a V-up. It's gonna start from that position. So you're gonna take one leg up to the sky and try to meet it with your upper body and then alternate. Now, it looks way better when a gymnast does it, but you know, I'm doing the best I can over here. Yours was probably prettier than mine. But the key here is straight lines, pointing the toe, straight leg. This whole workout is gonna be in your abs, okay? And you're also using your hip flexors, a very underutilized area, to strengthen it up. The next movement is called a tuck up. It's gonna be like a sit up. So you're gonna be in that starting position. You can be flat. You don't need to be like in the hollow, that's way more advanced. I'm gonna propel my arms forward and I'm gonna put my arms outside of my legs and then I'm gonna go back to the outstretched. So it's like forward, outstretched, forward, outstretched, forward. Just like that. Then the 4th movement is going back to the first movement, which is just that hollow hold. So whether it's here, 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 or here, or here, you're holding that hollow position. All right? We're gonna hit 3 rounds of this. Grab some water. And we're gonna do this time. I'm not gonna put you on a rep scheme because it's too challenging on your first day. I want you guys to feel it out. We're gonna do 10-second holds on the front and back, and you're gonna do 20 seconds of V-ups and tuck-ups, but I'll run the timer for you. Face this way. We're gonna start with that hollow position. So bring your knees in, get your back flat, get ready to put your arms back, and just do whatever you can. Squeezing your heels, pointing your toes, your shoulders are off the ground, your arms aren't here, they're back. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, next movement is gonna be your alternating V-up. Again, straight leg, bringing it up and meeting it. We're at 3, 2, 1, here we go. Alternating legs. If you can't go even up, just do the best you can because any motion is gonna work. Woo! I did 200 sit-ups earlier, so I'm hurting. 3, 2, 1, amongst other things. I was gonna post the workout we did yesterday, but I felt like maybe it was better not to show you guys what our regular members did because it was pretty crazy. All right, next up is the tuck-ups. Get ready, it's like the sit-up, knees bent, arms outside of the legs. You can hold on to your knees as a break. 3, 2, 1, rest. Should really have someone a little more graceful doing this, but you get the idea. All right, 10 seconds and we're going back to that hollow hold for 10. This is gonna hurt a little. 3, 2, 1. Remember, if your knees are up, that's perfectly fine. If you're alternating legs, squeeze your heels, hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Immediately roll over to your stomach. Put your hands under your shoulders. Let's stretch out our abs. Extension in the lower back. Move around a little. Hop up, grab some water. And keep this thing moving. All right, 2 more rounds of that. Hollow hold, alternating V-ups, tuck-ups, hollow hold. Antonio, I can't remember all those names. You don't have to. I'm gonna help you remember them. The cool thing is you're learning gymnastics. This is basic gymnastic stuff. So bear with me. All right, starting with the hollow hold in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hang in there, do the best you can. Remember, you can alternate. You can have knees together, arms forward, whatever you can do. 3, 2, 1, rest. Second movement, alternating V-ups. Side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Hang in there. Woo! Halfway. I'm not resting, I'm thinking. Here we go. 1. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Coach is hurting. 2, 1. Good. All right. Tuck-ups are next in 10 seconds. Woo! If you're getting your ass, I'm not allowed to say that. If you're getting your butt chewed up right now, just hang in there, do the best you can. Hang in there, guys, 10 seconds. Doing good, doing good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, if you're a beginner, if you're new to this, take some of this off. Don't worry about being a hero today. This will come. 3, 2, 1, back to hollow. I want those heels off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Roll over. Press up. Stretch out. When new people come to our gym, they see all the fit people and they're always like, oh my gosh, I don't fit in here, I'll never be me. And then I'll bring them to the side and bring someone who it was exactly that way when they first came to our gym and have them not sell the gym, but tell them their story. And they're, you know, everyone, all of us did this just like you. We were new to these movements. They were challenging. We didn't know if it was for us, but I promise you, if you stick with it, if you not be hard on yourself and you just give yourself a break for once in your life and just enjoy the process and the growth and the struggle, you got to enjoy the climb up the mountain. You get to the top, you'll be bored. It's the climb. All right, philosophy. All right, we're gonna go into hollow body. Point the toes, arms back, 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, rest. Last round of alternating V-ups. Hang in there, stay with me. 3, 2, 1, here we go. I don't want you doing these really fast and just like swinging your leg because you're not going to get much out of it. The hollow position is what is the most effective. Whoo, get worked. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Tuck ups are next in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Just like a sit up, bring your knees in, arms outside. 20 seconds is too long. Ugh. Let's go. Hang in there, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, yesterday, we tested your tuck up, your up down. Today, we're going to teach you a more advanced movement. We're going to teach you the burpee. The burpee goes all the way to the floor and back up. A good test of old age is how fast you can get up and off the floor. So as we get older, it's very important that not only are we doing all these other fitness elements, but that we're also really practicing getting down and up, because it's a true test of fitness. It's a true test of staying healthy and staying in the game with your body, right? Your body can do amazing things, and we're not going to talk about all that tonight, but believe in yourself, put in the work, and stay young forever, all right? It's a mindset. Okay, so burpees. 4 count movement, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do, it's a spastic movement. So you need to stay calm, you need to breathe throughout it, and you need to take your time. We teach the burpee, I teach the burpee differently. A lot of people just jump out and land. Not a good idea, not efficient, not gonna take you, it's not a healthy way to do burpees for the rest of your life. You wanna actually get down to the floor controlled. So the first step is keep your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're gonna go cadence-wise, simple cadence. Down. I want you to squat down and put your hands on the ground. I don't care if your knees stay flat on this one. Your elbows, I like to put them inside my knees. So hands are straight, 12 o'clock like we talked about, middle fingers. Now, down and then stand back up. We're just going to practice that first one. Down, up, down, up. So down is your first count. Count number 2 is back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick my feet back and I'm just going to break my fall. You learn the snake push-up, we're going to do that in reverse. You're spreading the impact across your body. This is a martial arts concept. When you get thrown, you need to learn how to roll into the impact so that it spreads throughout your body. It doesn't just jolt one area. So down, back, break your fall. All right? Now I want you to step back and get into that position. This is what everyone does wrong. They kick back and then they do a push-up all the way down. What that's going to do, we're not doing push-ups, we're doing burpees. So we don't want you to fatigue your arms early. So all you have to do is just let your body drop. Okay, so again, down, back, and break your fall immediately. Muscle memory is going to be to do a down push-up. So if you see yourself going down slow, look at your arms and yell at them. Tell yourself to stop doing that. So back is the second count. Third count is in. All your ins are going to be different. Depends how light you are, how small you are, and how many burpees you've done in your life. When you start these, you're going to be kind of heavy, and so your in might be a little sloppy. So your in is kind of like jumping in, like that, but you can also step in, step together. It's up to you. And then you're going to say up, and I want you to jump. Notice I'm in a perfectly straight line and clap over my head. So it's down, back, in, up. Down, back, in, up. And I want you to breathe at the bottom. Don't hold your breath and don't go because that's going to smoke you twice as fast. You guys ready for this? Now, there's 2 types of athletes. Athletes that need to eat before they work out and athletes that cannot eat before they work out. If you're ever dizzy, sit down, drink some water, go over your checklist for the day. Did you eat enough? Did you have good nutrition? It could either be your first time testing this kind of intensity. It's about to happen, Antonio. Or it could be that you just didn't eat enough, okay? So if you know you had a really bad day diet-wise, take your time on this. If you're brand new, take your time on this because it'll happen like that. You'll be in a little state of overwhelm, okay? We are gonna do Tabata Burpees, all right? 4 minutes of 20 seconds, 10 seconds off. Now, I wanna teach you how to count Tabata. Not many people know this. The way you count it, you count your lowest round. So what does that mean? It means if I go off to win and I'm burning out those first 3 rounds and then I fatigue and I'm hitting, say I hit 8 the first 3 rounds, then I only hit like 3s going down to the 8th round, your score is not 8, it's 3. So the goal is to be consistent from the very beginning. It's a hack. I call it a competition hack. You rest before you're tired. You pace yourself, slow yourself down. Because how round two feels is not how round 6 is gonna feel. All right? Or do what most people do and totally ignore me and then see what happens. Because that's what most people do. It's like you just signed a waiver. You make your decision. I told you, I feel okay with it. All right, again, if you're new and you haven't done this in a while, I want you to take it easy or take a round off. Give yourself time to get into this groove. We're gonna do 8 rounds of burpees, okay? A good number is anywhere from 4 to 6. 7 and 8 is super high level, okay? And again, the burpee is depends how tall you are, is gonna kind of play into it, but it's a really good test of fitness, okay? Again, week 1, there's a lot of talking because I'm not trying to smash you guys. Week 2, 3, get ready. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hop up. Down, back, in, up, down, back, in, up, down, back, in, up. Woo. All right, I'm shooting for 6, and that's about as good as I got today. Halfway, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Down, back, in, up. And rest. Sorry, for those of you on phones, I'll try to be better with the count. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Use this rest to get your heart rate down. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Come on. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Halfway. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. 2 rounds left. Come on, guys. Breathe. Recover. 3, 2, 1. Come on, hang in there. Stay with me. Let's go. No quitting. Don't get down on yourself. Keep moving. Don't let the mind take over. 5 seconds. Whew. Rest. Whew. Last one. Come on. Stay with me. Let's finish together. 2, 1. Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Shoo. All right, that's it. Day 4 in the books. Good work. Get your breath under control. Drink your water. Eat some good food. Get to sleep. Good work, guys.